Scope Satellite Network.
All right, this guy, considered to be one of the greatest quarterbacks in NFL history. Not by us, but by some other people who don't know that much about football, Four-time Pro Bowler, led the Patriots to the Super Bowl in 1996, but then they lost to the Packers, so unfortunately wound up meaning, totally nothing.
Exactly.
He also played for the Bills and Cowboys, which we'll get into anyway. Let's just get him in here. Drew Bledsoe, welcome back to the show.
What's happening, fellas? Good to see you again.
Thank you.
And when I say good, that's as nice as I'm going to be. You know how I actually really feel.
Oh, we're going to start like this? Okay.
He's already sweating, Tony.
Yeah, I am.
He feels the blitz coming. The Paulie and Tony blitz is coming.
I had to go work out some aggression because I knew I was going to have to jump on with you two. So I got my work in already. Now I'm ready. I'm ready.
Don't
Let's
worry,
go.
this is going to be work for us.
Yeah.
All right, here, let's just get into it. All right, as you know, Drew, the Eagles lost to the Jets on Sunday, all right? Jalen Hurts, 3 picks, and it's very clear to see
misleading.
Why. It's the uniform colors. Both teams, they're wearing green helmets. The Jets, they're basically out there camouflaged as the Eagles. As a quarterback, don't you think it's confusing? I mean, when you were on the Patriots, you're playing the Bills who also wear red, white, and blue. Didn't you get confused?
You know what? It's a valid point, man. You go out there and you run around and you got very similar colors, and that can be frustrating. There's no question. Pretty surprising game, though. I got to be honest. It was like, shoot, man, the Niners and the Eagles go down in the same weekend. I don't know. Anybody that's in one of the fiver pools is dead now.
Well, the Niners went down because they suck, but the Eagles got tricked because the other team wore camouflage.
Don't you think that the Jets should have been forced to wear orange or maybe yellow? Make it more distinctive.
I think so. I mean, I think it's we almost to Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Maybe they could have worn all pink. That would have been way more fair.
Great point. There you go. We're off to a good start here.
All right. He's trying. Okay, but just on the subject of Jalen Hurts, Drew, as a QB, you were known for your arm, but you look at Jalen Hurts, the success he's having. Does that make you regret, not being more mobile? Just kind of standing around like a Frankenstein back there.
Yeah, I like what you did there. Yeah, did you pull a muscle trying to use that big word, immobile?
Aren't you the same guy who pulled a muscle and let the Patriots win the Super Bowl? Yeah, about.
Good point. That was Desmond Howard's fault, by the way. Oh. Yeah, no, Jalen.
Different
that
Super
guy.
Bowl, but okay.
I'll be serious for 1 minute with you morons. Jalen Hurts is a guy that I have so much respect for. And off the field is a rock star of a human.
Kiss that ass. Go ahead. Go ahead. Yep.
I really love the way that he's playing because he's throwing the ball really well. And,
all right, we know this already. Come on.
He's a force of nature. So all right, now we
have two eyes. Go. Yeah. Were you going to say something there? That was a bunch of we already know all that.
Let me be honest. I could have run more. So that was a conscious decision. I'm actually really, really fast. I just never really showed it off.
No, well, not mentally. I mean, come on. You did you see your tape? I mean, you were about as mobile as a tree.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, you're right. I don't really have any defense there, guys. So you know what? I can't.
Well, you didn't have much offense either, so you pretty much fucked out.
Well,
so
let's move on.
Let's change gears a little bit. Let's talk Cowboys here. You did have some success in your career with the Patriots and the Bills. Then you went to Dallas and you kind of sucked. So what happens in Dallas that just causes QBs to suck?
Great question.
Well, I do recall fairly clearly beating the Birds up there in Philly very late in the game.
Oh, no. Hold on just a moment. Let's just clear the air here.
There was another game where we kicked your ass down in Dallas. But I know we don't want to talk about that.
No. What we want to talk about is your lifetime record against the Eagles. What is that number, Drew?
I don't know. At least we won a couple.
Exactly. And then you lost 3. 2 and 3.
Wow. You're on your way to 4, just so you know. Yeah.
Yeah, no, you guys, it was interesting, growing up on the West Coast, I had a whole bunch of buddies that were 49ers fans. And
Idiots.
so when I joined the Cowboys, they're like, man, I don't know if we can even cheer for you. I mean, we've known you since we were 12 years old, and I guess we can kind of try to cheer for you. But, man, when people hate the Cowboys, they really hate the Cowboys.
Well, that is something that we can bond about. But Tony had a great question there. The Cowboys, they always seem to have, mediocre or just total dog piss QBs. You were among those. Why are the Cowboys so bad at judging quarterbacks? What is their problem there?
Yeah.
Well, there's been some good guys in there. You go back to Staubach, you go back to Aikman.
Yeah, like there have been good presidents. Ronald Reagan. Exactly. Dwight Eisenhower, good.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, well, Dak's starting to look better. He had a nice game the other day against the Chargers. So, you gotta be careful.
Yeah. Do you notice that Dak, he's only beaten injured quarterbacks this year? You look at Justin Herbert, broken hand. Mac Jones, he's got blurred vision. Aaron Rodgers out for the year, and Daniel Jones, completely unusable body. Doesn't that take away, as a quarterback, doesn't that take away from a win when you beat someone who's basically infirmed?
Well, I mean, let's not pick on the handicapped. I mean, I'm on with you two morons. So,
you're going to start, huh?
Yeah, we're going to handicap you. Don't worry.
Exactly.
I'm on with two mentally handicapped people, and I just don't think that lowers the value of this.
Don't worry. When I break those 2 wine bottles behind you over your head.
Yeah, over your head.
You'll have some trouble thinking then. But, on that note, let's give you a little IQ test here, okay?
Yeah.
Do you think Dak couldn't get the Cowboys to the Super Bowl?
I think that's a possibility, especially if that defense keeps playing the way they are. Their defensive front and that's the quarterback's very best friend. You got an offense and defensive line, and man, all of a sudden playing quarterback gets a lot easier.
No, actually, Dak's best friend is his travel agent. Isn't that right, Tony? Just break down the numbers there.
The average Super Bowl ticket is around $8,000, Drew. So with transportation and lodging, it's around $600,000 for Dak to take the team to the Super Bowl, which he can easily afford given his bad, very overvalued contract.
Seems like a Super Bowl lock, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good math. I'm impressed that you're able to pull that off. Yeah, we'll see.
Another line like that, and I'll pull you off this show.
Yep.
Anyway, let's move on.
Yeah.
Let's move to your former coach there, who wisely got rid of you, Bill Belichick. Obviously he's having a rough season, right?
Yeah, not good.
But, Drew, let's take a moment here. Don't you think it's so sad how his legacy is now ruined? I mean, now
gone.
When people think about Belichick, they don't think about the Super Bowls. They think about him being 1-5 and having lost to pathetic teams like the Saints and Raiders. It's just, isn't it so sad that that's his legacy now?
Yeah, that's really terrible that, only 6 Super Bowl wins and, 20-something straight years of playoffs.
Yeah, but we don't, that's overshadowed.
Yeah, what Super Bowl wins? I don't even remember those.
Right.
I remember getting blanked by the Saints.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's tragic that the 20-some year run of unprecedented success and victories just is completely forgotten now forever.
I know, so sad.
It is sad. Yeah. So you agree. Very good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Tragic.
Yeah. All right. I can't tell if he's being serious or not.
I sense a hint of sarcasm.
I think he may have taken a swig out of those bottles behind him. All right, but hold on. Look, moving to more of a sports media topic, you may have seen this, Drew. Pat McAfee, he's a sports talk show host in the business, competing with us, not winning, but trying.
Yeah.
He's been taking shots, and rightly so, because it's been revealed that he pays guests big money to come on his show, which is just pathetic. On this show, we have high moral character and journalistic integrity. We would never stoop so low.
Yep.
As a guest yourself, don't you think it's so much better that you don't get paid to do this?
Well, I have one comment, and then one. Geez, man, I'm starting to talk like you guys. One comment. I have one comment, and then
we have Elmer Fudd on the show right now. Yeah,
I do think that that's totally, despicable that he would pay people to come on his show.
Exactly.
And then my question is, do you have his number and a way to get a hold of him?
Oh, you're going to try to use us to get to
what
him?
Number I have? I have a number for you. That's 0. The amount of seconds you have left on the show.
I got a number for you. It's called 1-800 off the show.
You're out of here. You're out of here.
You're off the show.
I'd pay you to leave.
See ya.
Get out of here. Not even going to pay you to do that. You're 2-3. Now you're 2-4 against the Eagles.
See ya.
Bledsoe Satellite Network.
Is he off the line?
Jay, hang up the phone.
We are never having that clown on this show again. Ever.
Yeah, my ears bled so after listening to him talk.
Great one, Tony.